Welcome to the It Girl Podcast, where we discuss living life like the It Girl. Our host, Erica Passy, brings on different guests to talk about their perspectives on all things It Girl lifestyle. She covers topics such as wellness, fashion, travel, and current It Girl trends. And now your host, Erica.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the last episode of this year. This is where we talk about all things It Girl related, as you must know by now. This is all made in part by the CLU podcasting class, and I am so thankful to have had this opportunity to get to use the studios here at CLU and to be able to create this podcast. And so, because this is the last episode of the year, we will be celebrating Christmas and New Year's around this time. I'm doing sort of like a Spotify Wrapped for today's episode. I am basically going to do a year-end review because this has been a long journey, a very stressful journey. I put a lot of work into this one, and I made well over 20 episodes. It's just crazy because, I'm finally meeting my goal. I'm almost to the end. And so, basically, I started this podcast at the beginning of the year through my CLU podcasting class. Through this class, I learned how to create a podcast and how to promote it because I was able to promote it on TikTok, on YouTube, on Instagram. I learned so much from this podcast. I brought on many special guests such as Reagan, Nico, Olivia, and Jamie. I also did plenty of solo podcasts, and we discussed so many topics such as travel. We talked about fashion, we talked about content creation, how to build up confidence. We even dabbled in some spirituality and just general lifestyle. And everything was discussed from the aspect of the It Girl. And so I guess I'll talk about some of my favorite It Girls from this year. Of course, I have already mentioned her before, but I love Anna Paul. She is one of my favorite It Girls. Another big It Girl for this year was Alex Earle. Love her. And then I also really loved Selena Gomez. There's so many different TikTokers and Instagram influencers that I really love, but I also really love all my friends because they're all It Girls to me as well. And so, with that, I am just so sentimental today because I am about to walk into my last class ever at CLU and probably in general. I've been a student my whole life, and it's just so crazy that this year is actually wrapping up for me right now, and that this podcast is wrapping up for me. Thinking about where this goes from here, I'm not too sure. Maybe someday I'll pick up the podcasting equipment, and maybe I'll continue the episodes. Who knows? Because I don't know right now. Maybe by the time this podcast is airing, I'll already have some equipment and maybe I can continue it. But we'll see. And thinking about next year, I'm just manifesting good things for both me and for everyone around me. Hopefully my social media pursuits blossom. I'm hoping that maybe this podcast gets recognized by some people, and maybe I can start podcasting full time. Who knows? I'm just putting it out there. Hopefully I finally get to go to Coachella next year because last year's lineup was not it. And as for travel, I'd really like to see Japan and Australia coming up in the future. In general, though, I want to be happy, I want to be loved, and I hope that all my friends and family and loved ones are all happy and loved as well. I hope that they get everything that they are hoping for in this coming year, and I hope that everyone who's listening also gets everything that they are hoping for. I wish everyone else a wonderful 2024. I can't believe I'm saying that right now because it's just a crazy time in my life. I can't believe I'm graduating college in a week, and recording this podcast right now, I'm already talking about 2024. We'll see what comes, because you never know what to expect from life. Doors close, doors open, just as we've talked about in another podcast. I might end up traveling the world. Who knows? I might end up at Coachella. I might not. I might end up, just settling down and getting a corporate job. I don't know yet. I don't know what's going to happen. But I hope that whatever happens, it makes me happy. And then I hope everyone else is also very happy with whatever comes their way. I hope that 2024 treats you all well. And wow, this was a really short podcast for my last podcast. But wrapping it up, we talked about a lot of really great things. I had a lot of fun. This was a great learning experience for me. And I am just so thankful to all of you. I have really appreciated the opportunity to create this podcast, and hopefully I can continue with this work in the future. I may come back with episodes someday if the opportunity arises, so I won't say see you next time just yet. But you can find me on all my socials, as you know, at ERIIKA.3. On YouTube, I am It Girl Podcast channel, and yeah, you can find all my content there. Well, here I go. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of the It Girl Podcast, a production of the CLU podcasting class. We appreciate all of your support and would love it if you would reach out to Erica on all social media platforms. You can find her on Instagram and TikTok at ERIIKA.3. Reach out and let her know what you would like to hear about next, or send in ideas for current trends you would like her to discuss. Thanks again. Look forward to talking to y'all next time.